So you gotta give the DJ a little direction when he's playing that music to him. You gotta hit him with the, cut that shit off. But hey, he's doing a good job. Give it. Oh, there he goes. Hey, that's him trying to show me he's in charge. Okay, well I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Everybody, give it up for Ozzy, the DJ. He's doing a good job. And give it up for Helen and all the comedians that came before me. Doing a great job. So I got a crack staff of writers, and they always say, hey, you should open up with this one. Yeah. So, I don't think it's that funny, but I'm gonna try it. So, you might not recognize or notice, but I am black. And my dick is big. Bigger than the other black guys. I don't have any concrete confirmation, but I'm willing to bet. I think his shoe size is 10 and a half. I wear an 11, so that. So let's talk about relationships. I'm in a relationship. This is the 20th year I've been with my lady, so clap it up for that. This is, sometimes comedy is telling lies and stretching the truth, but that's actually the truth. This is our 20th year together, and she's put up with me for 20 glorious years, and I love her, and she's perfect in every way, except when we go to karaoke, she can sing like an angel. She can sing anything. You open the phone book and she'll sing any song in there. She can sing your name, she can sing your phone number. I won a Grammy for it. And what annoys me is that I always follow her. And one time, if she loved me, she would just go up there and suck. Just suck one time. So I can sound good. And what makes it worse is when somebody is good before her, she goes up another notch, when she's even better. But then, you got the other side of the coin. When somebody goes up there that sucks, she sounds even better. So no matter what happens, I always lose in that equation. But the true mark of a relationship, you never know if you're in a true relationship. Your relationship doesn't start until you have an argument. And once you get past that first argument, and that's how you can tell if you're really willing to be with that person. So, our very first argument was one morning when she was getting ready for work. I had never seen getting ready for work Tina before. Because I moved in with her on a weekend, on a Friday, and we did all the new couple shit. We went to movies, we laughed and joked, we cooked food, we had sex, we did all the fun stuff that new couples do. But then, Monday rolled around, and she gets up and she gets ready for work. She goes to take a shower. And I go to work after her, so I don't have to get up right away. And her thing is she likes to watch the Today Show. So she puts the Today Show on and goes and takes her shower. And while she's in the shower, I decide to change the channel.
No, you didn't.
And she comes out of the shower, and Katie Couric is no longer on the TV. What's on the TV is porn. Because that's what I like to watch before I go to work. she's upset, you know, she's jumping up and down, and she's yelling at me. And I can't hear a word she's saying because her titties are bouncing up and down. And she sounds like the guy on Charlie Brown on the speakerphone, you know. And she's like, you know, and then I come to my senses and I start hearing the words that she's saying. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, oh shit, I'm getting ready for work. What are you doing? You know, and that's when I realized that not everybody watches porn before they go to work like me. You know? Because, you know, I work in the insurance industry and I deal with death claims and people are upset. You know, they want their money, their loved one has died. And I have to be an empathetic mind. And what better way to get in the mind of sympathy and empathy than to watch porn? You know, so gets the blood flowing and gets you excited for the day. So, but we got past that and we have made it up to this point. So, clap it up for that. But we spend half of our time in Jacksonville and half of our time here in Flagler Beach. And in Jacksonville, they have this thing called diversity. I don't know if you ever heard that word, but, you know, Flagler Beach, you know, I am one of the few black guys that walks around here, and, you know, I'm a regular, so the people treat me nice, and I love it here. But sometimes I don't know what you guys are saying, because I was hanging out one night with a bunch of my friends, you know, in Flagler Beach, and of course, I'm the only black guy in the group, and they're like, hey, Jay, we're gonna have a party next week. We want you guys to come. I'm like, shit, yeah, I like a party, I like a good time. And they're like, it's gonna be a toga party. And I was like, yeah, really? And say, it's gonna be at night. On the beach. I'm like, okay. And they're like, so I said, you mean like everybody dresses up in white sheets? Yeah. And you guys put hoods on? Yeah. Totally. So I said, it's gonna be at night. And you guys are gonna be wearing white sheets with hoods. And we're all gonna meet up in one place and there's gonna be a bonfire. And they said, yeah. I think I'm gonna pass on that. But I love Flagler Beach. You guys are awesome. Thank you. That's my time. Thanks for coming out, supporting Helen and comedy here in Flagler Beach, and everybody have a good night.